Hello students, today we are going to learn on the topic of electromotive force, terminal voltage, potential difference and internal resistance under our course of Fundamental of Electrical Engineering. Now first we will learn the definition of these terms. Potential difference. The difference in electric potential of 2 points in a circuit is called as potential difference. We can refer to this diagram where we see that a battery is supplying certain current to this load resistance which has two terminal A and B. So the difference in potential of terminal A and B will be called as potential difference. This potential difference will be equal to VA minus VB, where VA is the voltage at terminal A and VB will be the voltage at terminal B. Now the next important definition is the terminal voltage. The voltage available at terminal of a source is called as terminal voltage. We can refer to this diagram where you can see that the dotted box is the battery or a cell which has two terminals on left on right side. So the voltage across these two terminals will be called as the terminal voltage of that battery, and the same voltage will be appearing across this load resistance which we are denoted by capital R. The next important definition is the EMF. It can be defined as the electric force that moves electric charges in a conductor and produces electric current will be termed as electromotive force. So for this battery, the capital is shown. These two plates symbolically, positive and negative plates, represent the EMF of this battery. So this electromotive force is responsible for flow of the current through the given circuit, that is the load resistance R. So electromotive force is the force that is going to move the electric charges, mostly the electron or in some cases the positive and negative ions, to flow through a conductor or a given circuit. Now we will consider the concept of internal resistance. This diagram will helpful in getting the idea about the internal resistance. Every battery or cell is made from the certain material that comprises the cathode and anode and certain chemical materials. So all these materials has the property to oppose the electric charges or the flow of electrons through it, and such a property will be called as the internal resistance of that source, or in present case a battery. So such kind of internal resistance will be shown by symbol of the resistance itself. We may mark it as R internal. Along with this you can see the electromotive force. When this combination is connected to a load resistance, then a current flows through it, and this current will be opposed by the internal resistance of the battery itself. Now this internal resistance of battery will produce a heat loss as per the Joule's law, and that heat, which will be equal to I square R into T, where small t will be the time during which the electric current flows through the battery or charges flow through the battery, and this will going to reduce the efficiency of the given power source. So ideally this R should be 0, but which is practically not possible. So at least we must be able to minimize the internal resistance of battery, thereby we can optimize the efficiency of that given source. Once we know the internal resistance concept, we can understand the internal voltage drop in a battery or a power source. Now every practical source, as we have seen, offers certain opposition to the flow of current due to its internal part that we are terming as the internal resistance. So if you take an example of a 12-volt battery which will be made from the electrodes of conducting material which have certain finite resistance, and such a resistance of its internal part being called an internal resistance. When the battery, that is its EMF, electromotive force, supplies current to the external load, the same current will flow through these materials. We are terming it as internal resistance. So there will be a voltage drop inside this internal resistance, and that voltage drop will be called as internal voltage drop. This internal voltage drop will depend on two factors. First is the amount of current, and second is the value of the internal resistance itself. So if we are able to keep that internal resistance to the minimum value, then the internal voltage drop will be also be held at minimum value, and because of this internal resistance there will be internal voltage drop. So practically the terminal voltage of a given voltage or power source will be always less than EMF because of internal voltage drop. Now let us understand the relationship of this EMF, terminal voltage, internal resistance. We can refer to this diagram where we can observe that there is a battery whose electromotive force is E. It has internal resistance. Now we are denoting it by small r. Then these batteries supplying certain current to the load. We may call it as the RL. L stands for load resistance. Then the current that flows to the load resistance will produce a voltage across it. This voltage is nothing but the battery terminal voltage, that is the voltage appearing across these two terminals. So same voltage appear across the load resistance also. Now we can get the value of the EMF, that is capital E. If we disconnect this load resistance and if you connect a voltmeter across these two terminals, then whatever voltage that voltmeter is going to read will be termed as the EMF, that is electromotive force. So sometimes this EMF will be termed as the no load voltage of the given circuit or open circuit voltage of the given battery circuit. That means the voltage without any current across the battery will be called as the electromotive force. Now let us understand the relationship of these various quantities. These four equations we got from the basics of the Ohm's law. Now the first equation is EMF is equal to terminal voltage plus capital I into small r. You can observe here the terminal voltage is here and it is being the supplied by the EMF itself. So this E will be equal to V plus I into R, where I is the current supplied by battery. If you rearrange this equation, then we get terminal voltage equal to EMF minus internal voltage drop. So that is V equal to E minus IR. The third equation we got as the voltage across the load resistance as per Ohm's law will be the current into resistance. So that is I into RL. So we got this third equation. The fourth equation, that is how much current this battery is going to supply to a load resistance of RL if its internal resistance is smaller, and that is given again by from the Ohm's law, I is equal to V upon R. So here that voltage is nothing but the electromotive force. There are two resistors in this circuit which are acting in the series. Same current is flowing through the RL and small r. If you divide this electromotive force by the sum of the RL plus R, then we get the current supplied by the battery. Once we got the understanding of this equation, now we can take a numericals to get the more clear idea about these quantities. The first numerical is a 3-volt battery which has an internal resistance of 0.5 ohm and is connected to a load resistance of 4 ohm. Now what current is delivered and what is the terminal voltage? So Solving the any numerical, let us first write the given data. The first given is the battery EMF, that is capital E as 3 volt, internal resistance, that is small r, as 0.5 ohm, then load resistance RL is given as 4 ohm. We have to calculate or estimate the electric current and then the terminal voltage. So let us first calculate the electric current. We have to use the fourth equation, just we have studied, that is capital I is equal to capital E upon sum of RL plus R. So let us put the value of these three quantities. EMF is given as 3, capital R is 4, small r is 0.5. So further simplifying, we get 3 upon 4.5. So that is coming as 0.667 ampere. So this much amount of current will be supplied by the battery of 3 volt to the load resistance of 4 ohm. Now we can calculate also the terminal voltage. For that we have to use the second equation previously we have studied. So V, that is terminal voltage, equal to EMF minus internal voltage drop, that is capital I into small r. Putting their values, E is 3, capital I, just we calculate 0.667 into 0.5. So the bracket term equates to 0.3335. If we subtract this from the 3, that is the EMF, we get the terminal voltage 2.6665, that is we can approximate at 2.667 volt. It means that the battery which has EMF of 3 volt, for the given load resistance we get its terminal voltage at 2.667, which depends on the current and the internal resistance of battery. Now let us again see one more numerical, which has statement as a battery has an EMF of 10 volt. It supply a current of 0.5 ampere to a resistance of R value. If battery has internal resistance of 3 ohm, then calculate the load resistance and terminal voltage. So in this case we have to estimate the load resistance and terminal voltage. So let us first write the given things, that is EMF is given as 10 volt, the internal resistance small r is given as 3 ohm, current supplied by battery is given as 0.5 ohm. We may call is R as the resistance of that resistor, which we normally called as the load resistance. So again using the fourth equation, I is equal to capital E divided by sum of R plus small r. Rearranging this equation, as the unknown is R, through the cross multiplication on LHS and RHS side, we get equation of the R will be equal to E upon I minus small r. So put the value of these quantities which are given in the numerical. So that is 10 upon 0.5, that is the E upon I, minus 3, where 3 represent our internal resistance of the battery. So that will be coming as 17 ohms. So the resistance of the given load is 17 ohm. Now the terminal voltage we can get from the equation number 2, that is V equal to E minus I into R. So put the value of these three quantities. So 10 minus, in bracket you can put it 0.5 into 3. So this 0.5 into 3 will be 1.5. So 10 minus 1.5 will be 8.5. So for the given battery of 10 volt, we get its terminal voltage of 8.5 for the given load condition and the current supplied by the battery. With these two numericals, I am sure that you got the idea about the electromotive force, then the terminal voltage of battery, then the internal voltage and the concept of the internal voltage drop, and how we can calculate the unknown quantities like the electric current terminal voltage, if we know the remaining quantity like the EMF, internal resistance and load resistance. So with this I conclude here this our lecture. Thanks for watching this video. Do like and share it.